Put your hands together for our praise team. Thank you. Thank you, Olivia. Thank you, Associate Minister Woody. Thank you, Jeff. And thank you, Sam. Good to have everyone back here. And yeah, very, very nice. I've got about like 30 minutes to 35 minutes. And before I go, why don't you guys all stand up if you want to? If you don't want to, you can just turn your head to the back. The lovely couple and the baby, give them a lot of welcome. Stand up. Yes? All right. With that, can you show the proud package, Jasmine? Yes. And thank you. Love it. Love it. Welcome back, guys. Yes. You know, last Sunday we were at Baruch College and I was so proud of my boys. I call them my boys because they are. In so many ways they are my boys. And you should see what happened. We introduced our players and we had about 10, 12 minutes up there in front of about 200 people or so. And I couldn't be more proud. We were able to give a message of reconciliation. We were able to give a very positive message of love. Everyone say love. And I tell you, I've been getting a lot of good feedbacks from people. And one guy came up to me yesterday, I just saw him in the street, and he says he was up there up in Baruch College, and he saw what was happening among our team, and our team coming together, regardless of your Chinese, Asian, whatever color. And we all came together, and Amadou, one of my boys, he had a sign, I don't know if you saw pictures on my Facebook, and he says free hugs, and we were just asking people to come up for free hugs. It was just awesome, awesome. I got a question to ask all of you guys. I know we're in very turbulent times in our nation. And likewise, so many of you, you'll be going back to school in maybe about 3-4 weeks. And you will not be in New York City. And for those who are in New York City now, you'll be going to, let's say, either your college or high school, wherever you may be. Are you guys ready to go back to school with something very positive? Because you guys are all leaders in so many ways. Every one of you, every single one of you. You go back to your campuses. You go back and you'll see new people. You go to certain new clubs, and you might want to try out for teams and various things. Just want to ask you guys, are you ready to stand up, to be a leader, to make changes in this whole world, and to make a change for our nation? If you are, put your hands together. Yes? Yeah? So we've been in the book of Samuel, and everyone say God works.
God works.
And that has been the theme. And today's the last message for this particular theme. In the book of Samuel, God has always worked. Everyone say God works again. God works. Yes. God works, and God chooses leaders. There's one criteria that God always looks for, and today's message is that message. Each and every one of you are leaders in your own right, and I just want to share with you the number one criteria that God looks for in a leader. Is that okay? Yeah? So that you know who you follow, if you're campus leaders and school leaders and church leaders, and you know, hey, that's the person, yes, it fits those criteria. And also at the same time, that you aspire yourself to be that type of a leader. A godly leader, a godly man, a godly woman. Are we cool? Everyone say cool. Let's start. Go to your program, please. Nice and loud. The message that we're on right now, Book of Samuel. And what does it say? The summary, 2 words. God works. Number 1, here's how God works. God rejects arrogance. That's your first feeling. This is how God works. God rejects arrogance. Please read 1 Samuel chapter 15, verses 22 to 23, nice and loud. But Samuel replied, for rebellion is like the sin of divination, and arrogance like the evil of idolatry. Because you have rejected the word of the Lord, he has rejected you as king. To your pen. God works and God rejects arrogance. I'm going to say rejects arrogance. And this is coming directly from God's word. Samuel, he's the prophet, and he goes like this. For rebellion, circle rebellion. Everyone say rebellion. And also in arrogance, circle arrogance. Everyone say arrogance again. Or like evil or idolatry. And because you have rejected the word, underline rejected the word, God also rejected you as king. Underline rejected you as king. Look up, please. Here's how God works, and here's the type of leaders that God looks for. First thing that you need to know is God works and God rejects arrogance. the type of leader that God works through. We're not talking about confidence. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about self-assurance. But there's a line between arrogance and self-confidence. And where do you find that line? Arrogance is the sense of like, I could do it all by myself without God, and you could push God's word all out of the way, and you could recognize it, you could see it totally. And God goes like this. Arrogance is the sense of like, it's all about yourself, that you could handle all of this. And that, you've heard coming to a lot of leaders, and you may aspire to be a particular type of leader. You say, I got this, I got this, I got this, but it is all about you and you got this. After a little while, it may start off like really cool. You may start off with some sense of humility. You want to make the world a better place. You want to bring a positive message. But after a while, there's a sense that you're going to start to get a big sense of who you are, and you're full of your who. You're full of your what? Self. I would say self. And when you start to see that a little bit, you're going to lose some joy behind that. And when you start to lose a little bit of that, you're pushing God further away. And here's what God says. Arrogance is really about just yourself. And if you're leading the teams and you're leading your little groups, and when it's all about yourself, God's going to start to push you away as well too, because God cannot work through arrogance. Because as you push away God's word, and God goes like this, I also have rejected you as well too. So here's what God does. Let's go. Next verse. Chapter 16, verse 1. It continues with this story. Let's read nice and loud. 1, 2, 3. The Lord said to Samuel, I am sending you to Jesse of Bethlehem. I have chosen one of his sons to be king, to your then. So God says to the prophet, his name is Samuel, he goes, I'm sending you to this guy named Jesse. He's in the town of Bethlehem. And I have chosen, circle chosen. I want to say chosen. One of his sons to be what? King. Look up, please. That's the question we want to answer. Don't you want to know the type of leaders that God chooses? God does work. And he tells us right away. He does not choose leaders who are arrogant, who relies just on himself or herself, who's just full of self. And so God goes like this, I have rejected this guy, Saul. He was a king. He says, that's not my choice. So I'm going to send you, Samuel. You go to this town called Bethlehem. Look for that man named what? Jesse. I'm going to choose one of his sons. And one of his sons is going to be the king. That's my choice. So now the lesson that we're learning today right now is, okay. I'm going to say, okay. What kind of king will God use? And what kind of person will God choose? Are we good? Are we good? So I'm going to give you 3 things that he's not looking for, and then the number 1 criteria. Here's the first thing that God does not look for. Do you get that? God works, and his ways are not your ways. God works, his ways are not your ways. And that's why he's God. Please read 1 Samuel 16, verse 67, nice and loud. 1, 2, 3. When they arrived, Samuel saw Eliab and thought, surely the Lord's anointed stands here before the Lord. But the Lord said to Samuel, do not consider his appearance or his height. The Lord does not look at the things man looks at. Man looks at the outward appearance, not by appearance. God works, but he does not work the way you work. He does not look for appearance. You can follow me. And so Samuel, the prophet, he saw, who did he see? Eliab. And he goes, man, that is it. He is the one. And the Lord said to Samuel, don't consider his what? Circle that, please. What else do you not consider? His height. God does not look at things man looks at. Man looks at what? Outward. Look up, please. Ladies, may I speak with you? You want to make extra $6,000? Yes. Do you want to make an extra $6,000? Of course you do. Here's how you do this. Put on makeup. Nice makeup. I am serious. I am totally serious. It's backed up by research. Ladies who wear makeup to work, it's promoted faster. Sorry, I'm just putting it out there. This is done by research. Ladies who put, we're not talking about extravagant makeup, okay? You gotta know the culture. You gotta know which company you're working for, but nevertheless you just have to put on makeup. Ladies who put on makeup nicely, that tailors to that particular company's culture, gets promoted faster, they get noticed earlier. And on average, they make $6,000 more. We're not even talking about gifts, we're not talking about your talents, we're not talking about your skill set, but that's what research shows. Now, for all of you go, man, that is so shallow. Well, I'm going to ask every one of you, so it's not just the ladies. Tomorrow, you have an interview with Goldman Sachs. Well, we don't want to, who needs to Goldman Sachs? Let's go there. Tomorrow, you have an interview with Google. Tomorrow, you have an interview with the company of your dreams. Tomorrow, you have you have an interview, let's just say with GE, engineering students. Tomorrow, you have an internship interview with one of the highest profile law firm, doing what you truly love to do. Let's go with law firm. How are you going to dress? Men, women, how are you going to dress? Like this? Am I going to get a job like this going into a law firm? A white shoe law firm? Right? Litigation? Forget it. I am not getting anything. So for all of us who says, ooh, if you're ladies and you put on makeup, you get $6,000 more, that's unfair, that's not. You judge, I judge. And for all my young folks, you better dress sharp when you go to your interview. You gotta dress right, and you better smell good. You better take a shower in the morning, and you better have some breath mints before you walk in. Yes or no? Yes or no? King's like, so Samuel goes like this, and Samuel sees this tall guy, handsome dude, and Samuel goes like this, man, this is the one, surely this is the one, this is the one, this is the next king. Imagine the next king of a nation. And God goes like this, stop looking at the outside. Everyone say, stop looking at the outside. Stop looking at the outside. You're falling for it time and time again. You're always falling for a package. You're falling for the packaging. And God goes like this. The king, the person, the leader that I choose does not look on the outside. You do not look at their appearance. Forget about the height. Forget about the suits. And forget about all of that. Put that all away for now. That may get your attention, but that's not what I'm looking for. Cool? Everyone say cool. Second thing that God does not look for. So 3 nots and then number 1 criteria. 16:10, story continues. Please read. Jesse had 7 of his sons pass before Samuel, but Samuel said to him, the Lord has not chosen these, take your pen, not by compromising. Not by compromising. Jesse had how many sons? Circle 7. Look up. So it goes like this, the story goes like this, the prophet goes like this. Okay, not that one, okay? Next son number 2. And God goes like this. Nope. Son number 3. What's the answer? 4. Son number 5. Son number 6. Son number 7. You and I, you know what we'd be doing? After 7 interns that walked before us, after a while we're gonna say, come on, we gotta pick one. These are interns. They're here, let's give them a job. But from the goodness of my heart, here's the number 1 mistake that I always make. I want to tell you guys the mistakes I make. I settle. Out of the goodness of my heart, I settle. And here's what I mean by I settle. I compromise. I'm learning not to, but I compromise, I settle. Here's what I settle for. I settle in terms of giving opportunities to young people. You know what that I try to do. Be they be positions in my team, be they be when I was in business, or be they be in ministry. I settle in the sense of, in a good way, and I'm not trying to justify it, but I look at the young people, and they have a certain passion for certain things, and I say, okay, Lord, could we create this opportunity for this young man or for this young lady, and let's just see if we could groom this person. Are you guys following me now? So in a way, I'm settling because I'm not going to wait for the perfect person to come across and say, that's the person. Patience is not my key. I have to admit that. So in that sense, when I compromise a little bit, I settle a little bit, it's out of also lack of my patience and also just wanting to get something going on and also truly believing that, hey, let's give an opportunity. So I'm always into giving opportunities to people, but then that's when I get burned as well too. When it doesn't work out. Are you guys following me? God doesn't work like that. God does not compromise. God doesn't care. It's not the right person, not the right person. Are you guys following me? Not the right person, I wait. And so Jesse, the father, goes, 7 boys, come on, 7. And Samuel, like, nope. God says, no, 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 no. Ladies, same thing. There's a lesson to be learned here. I want to speak to you as like a father to a young lady. Don't settle for boys. Seriously. Don't compromise with boys. And for my men, for my young men, same story, same story. You cannot settle. You cannot settle. Are you guys following me? You don't settle for the first one that smiles at you. Those girls that got killer smiles. I understand, I get it. They take your heart away and then they break your heart real fast. So, are you guys following me? That was just a little off tangent. It's a little off tangent, I get that. God does not settle. Everyone say that. God does not settle. You want to be a leader? You want to look for the type of leader that God chooses? He's not going to settle for this one criteria, and you have to have this criteria. If you don't have the criteria that he's looking for, God says no. I mean, you still could be in a position of leadership, but you're not the one that's chosen. And you will not last long. You will not last long. Number 3. Let's go. Not by credentials. Not by credentials. Please read 16, 11 to 12, nice and loud. 1, 2, 3. So he asked Jesse, are these all the sons you have? They're still the youngest, Jesse answered, but he's tending the sheep. Samuel said, send for him. So he sent and had him brought in. Then the Lord said, rise and anoint him. He is the one. Oh my goodness, not by credentials. So then Samuel the prophet goes, hey Jesse, you have any more boys? I'm sorry, ladies, but that was the time. Do you have any more boys? Any more sons? And the father goes like this, they're still the what? Okay. What's he doing? That's a nice way of saying he's scooping poop. That's what he's doing. He's a shepherd boy. He's the youngest kid. He got the worst job. Son number 1 is tall, handsome, big, and they go, come on in, you're the next king. And then God goes, no, 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 no. Sometimes no is how many no's? I was going to say sometimes 0 is how many. So next, you guys missed it. Okay, let's go. You guys missed it. That's my joke. Anyway, sometimes no is no. All right. Stay with me. I know you guys are staying with me. Samuel goes like this. One more. You must have one more because God did not send me here and play a trick on you. You have any more? See, Samuel's a smart man. Samuel's a smart man. He must have more. The father discounted the youngest one already. The father did not even bring the youngest one in. The father goes, he's a shepherd boy. No one wants that little shepherd boy. I don't even care for him. He's the youngest one. Let him go pick up poop. It's okay. He's not king material. There's no way he's king material. And then Samuel goes, bring him. When the little shepherd boy, the youngest, his name is David, walks in, God says, he's the one. And Samuel goes, let us see, he's the one. I want to know, God, out of all these 7 who rejected, why the little kid? What makes this little kid so special? Why would you choose this little guy, poop the scooper, to be a king? What is it that he has that none of these 7 have? I want to know. And you should want to know too, because that's the president that you might be looking to elect, and you're going to make a decision to vote. And you should be looking for those type of qualities. Those might be the presence on the campuses that you're going to be following. And you should know that's the criteria you're looking for. And you might want to make a difference in people's lives. And that's the number one criteria that you should have. Because if you have that, then God says, yes, I'm working through you in that sense. I'm going to show you a video of what God looks for. So you can see it visually. When you get a chance, be sure you can read the English.
Có về xanh xanh nó xanh cái nào hành tất thầy cái là thầy nè thế là có cái kia cái là mình suốt là sao anh nghĩ tụi đây quý ấy đặt đó khuyên bài tiền bài tay quý anh ra mua à cứ tao có giờ nó tập rồi là thầy tắt được thì tắt được thì đi ca cái một sáng xịt là sáng xịt đâu cái một sát bàn biết bằng các biết bây giờ nó gì không được tắt anh biết cô quá gì biết cô quá gì là nó có một xịt rồi sao hoa liệt bí cao bùa tắt nó đi sáng ký ra với đất tiền lại ní rồi rồi chị bác chín cáo với chị lột đáo sáng cơ đó rồi những hai người có phạm xin là gì cơ chào cháu những tiếng chu là lời chị các bạn cái nào cái cháy rồi đó tạm tát rồi đó đấu sang với xịt cả có tất cả là cô các bạn cô nó lép vậy đấy nếu mà chỉ là để nó cay thì mình nó có gì cả một cái nhà đó có thể là cô giờ biết quản gì đó một cái nhà con cô không gì ở đi à cả anh đều ta làm cái chuyện đó mà nó bị đau đớn như vậy đó nó ăn có bù nó cay ở đằng béo áp đó đó thì nó cay bả ra năm lên số lên tạ kém con mình cuốn người em đó cái nghịch cha xanh nha thủ tục cơ sĩ của nó có lý mệnh chưa đi thôi anh có cũng tổng xét cái kiểu chủ cũng chẳng một cái buổi chỉ cần cách to thôi xin chủ đức xin cả nãy thầy cũng xong nói là phát được tôi giúp quân luôn cái này là sao một mình chính xem cái thời đâu phải những độ gì mình nghĩ ra sau sai tiên sai cái mà là các chuyện của sinh sang đại tôi đều các chuyện sắp kỷ niệm của sự sử dụng cũng mạnh như này có vô cùng mang những người ca tiền bố và những có lời chuyện này có sự là chúng mình có tầng cái là sao hiện tại hết rồi chân này chúa tổ hàng là tôi nhận chung đi được mà cũng vô cùng riêng là chân ấy ai biết vậy đó ngã rồi cái chúng sai thầy đưa cậu phán cảnh mà biết bị xảy ra chứ tôi đi là ngố cái tại ta mình sẽ mình đi còn chắc này đại dẫn cùng của tôi và chứ thì tôi xong rồi rất là đau ạ cái nợ rồi dạ khai nó
tôi xã thì pha thì nó thì có khá hơn ở ngoài nhé nó là cái tâm xong mà nó cái này nó xử lý cái gì thì tôi cũng pha tôi học là mình có hay còn hay tiếp xúc với người do đây để tôi cũng không hiểu tôi mà即係快啲多難做大嘅，一同知道你發生咩事。如果知道係最好咯。繼續再等啊，睇有咩消息。
Next, please. This is, I just saw she was hit by a car. And we don't know where she is, Mrs. Ng. No one still know where she is. I got this video from Brendan, he shared it with me, Instagram. And I shared this video this particular Friday night at this church with a lot of different people. The lady, her name is Audrey. She is the head of the New York Church Mission. she came up here after the video. And we were going to a walkout. And Audrey just broke down. Audrey is a woman, she's probably in her 40s or 50s or so. And she's seen a lot as well in the street. And she stood here, right here, Friday night, right before the walkout. And she just started crying. And she couldn't control herself. And she says, I have no idea. I have no idea what's happening about Lakewood. I do not understand this. My sharing with a group of people that gathered this Friday was very simple. It was a question that was raised online through Facebook and other media that was asking, where's Mrs. Ng's children, right? Mrs. Ng has children. My sharing is very simple. That's the wrong question to ask. And you will never get the answer. And when I say that's the wrong question to ask, is because we don't know their relationships. We don't know what happened to the children. We don't know if the children are in New York. We don't know if the children are in California. We don't know if the children had asked mom to come live with them and mom said no because she preferred. I guess understand what I'm talking about. The family dynamics are so different within each family. So we cannot make a judgment or condemnation and say, where's the children? This is the children's fault. The children should be doing that. We can't go there. Are you guys following me? Because we don't have that information to work with. You don't even know the children's heart are broken as well too. That had pleaded with mom, do not stay in Chinatown anymore. Come to us. Come live with us in New Jersey. Come live with us in Brooklyn. Come. And she time after time said, no. Are you guys following me? We don't have that information. That's what I shared. And so I said, don't ask that question, where's the children? Here's the question that you have to ask. And we must ask. And we have to have the answer to is, where's God's children? I guess they didn't know. You cannot answer about her children, but we have to ask, where's God's children in this? I had shared with you what's the number one criteria that God looks for. It's not all those three other things, right? So let's finish today. Put your pen, follow me. God works, and is not seeking your perfection, but expecting your devotion. God works, not seeking your perfection, but expecting your devotion. This is the book of Acts, and this summarizes everything that we're asking. This is in the New Testament, and you're going to see the answer. It's so cool. I want to say so cool. Let's read next one. 1, 2, 3. God gave them judges until the time of Samuel the prophet. Then the people asked for a king, and he gave them Saul. After removing Saul, he made David their king. He testified concerning him, I found David, son of Jesse, a man after my own heart. He will do everything I want him to do. Peter Pan, follow me. So what is it that God was looking for when the shepherd boy came through? And God said he's the chosen one. This is the one criteria that you should aspire for, you should look for, and this is what I deserve for myself as well too. And this is the type of leader that I would follow. God says, I have found David. You want to say David? A man after my own heart. Underline that. That's the number one criteria. And when you find a man or woman who's after God's heart, he or she will do everything. So go do everything. I want to say do everything. I want them to do. Look up, please. The criteria of the person that God looks for to lead is that your motivation is all for Him. Your motivation. I want to say motivation. It's all for Him only and nobody else. That's today's lesson. Think about your motivations. What drives you to do whatever you do? Look at my motivation. Judge me. Judge me. Use your discernment and say, is Pastor Kenny's motivation? What is he motivated? What drives him? Why is he doing what he's doing? Ask that question of everybody. Ask that question of all the leaders that you see. Ask that question of your campus leaders, your church leaders. Ask that of everything that you see. If that motivation is not driven to please God, for God, then that person is after who? Himself or herself. Are you guys getting it? Are you guys getting it? That means there's an ulterior motive. There's another agenda. I leave you with this because I gotta run. Just please give me 2 minutes, please. On Friday, after Audrey shared and among of us, our associate minister went and she took a group and went out to Forsyth Street. I took a group, I went down to the Lower East Side. A group of 6, 7 other people, and we did walkouts. I have no idea who these people are. My first time meeting them. No idea. I'm just leading a walkout team. All I know is they speak Canton and some English. I want to tell you guys something. They were some of the most awesome people I've met. Awesome, awesome. The heart that they had, the love that they had when they engaged someone who was double amputee on a wheelchair, no legs, that means no legs. An old lady who's 80 years old, and then they're helping her like 4 or 5 blocks just to help her with the groceries, pushing her car. And then at the end of the night, here's the beautiful thing. One of them was a pastor of a local church. I would never have guessed by their appearance. I would never guess by her stature. I would never have guessed if I was just to say, what's her credentials? What I saw was not her credential pastor that stood out. What took my heart and my notice was simply, they care. These people truly care. You cannot fake it when you care. Are you guys following it? You cannot fake sincerity. And then another lady, she's the director of local missions for a huge church. She's the director of local missions. She didn't walk around and say, I'm the director of local missions. She didn't say any of that. If you were to look at her, nothing special. There's no credentials. That's worn as a badge. Are you guys following it? Are you guys following it? God does not look for those credentials. God does not care if I have the title of reverend, which I use on formal times. God does not care if I'm a pastor with a title. God does not care none of that about my outward appearance. Or do I try to dress appropriately with this crowd? Just to connect for that sake. God does not care none of that about me. The only thing that God cares about me is this one thing. My son Kenny, what motivates you? Why are you doing what you're doing? That's what God cares. And that's the only thing that God cares about you. God works through leaders. What motivates you? What motivates you? Is it all for Him? Or is it some for you? If there's part of you that's for yourself, let that go. I would say let that go. Let us pray. Father in heaven, we thank you, Lord. We send prayers for Mrs. Ain. We don't know where she is. We truly do not know where she is, and our hearts are broken for her. For those who have this immigrant experience, we can identify. We can understand. And for those who may not have that privilege of understanding, I pray that we are open. Even more open, even more so. That our hearts are motivated to serve you, to love you. So that we do care about the poor and the needy, for that's where your heart is. But you do not care about any of our credentials or appearance. You just desire for our hearts to follow you. You do not expect us to be perfect, but you expect us to be devoted to you. And I pray for all my brothers and sisters who are sitting right here, that every ounce, every part of our heart is for you. And if there's a part of us that's not for you, Father, you change that right now. So that every part of us, our spirit, soul, and heart is for you. And I pray all this in Jesus' name. Amen.